Hello everyone, I welcome you all to the module 2 of our MOOC course Generative AI for Everyday Life. I am Tapushi Kashyap Das, and in this module I will be introducing you to the fascinating world of generative AI. We will explore how generative AI can transform creativity and productivity in our daily lives. In this lecture, we will discuss its fundamentals, including the principles, techniques, and models that enable AI system to generate new content. By the end of this lecture, you will have a clear understanding of the principles, techniques, and model underlying this exciting field. Let us start by discussing our learning objectives for today. First, we will explore what generative AI is, gaining an understanding of its core concept and why it has become a revolutionary technology in the AI landscape. We'll discuss its growing significance in various fields and how it continues to reshape industries. Next, we'll dive into the underlying principles of generative AI, those foundational ideas that drive its functionality and capabilities. This will set up the stage for exploring key techniques and models such as neural networks and algorithms that are at the heart of generative AI system. By the end of this lecture, you will have a comprehensive understanding of generative AI and its exciting possibilities. We have already learned about artificial intelligence in the first module. Without real intelligence, there would be no AI. Artificial intelligence aims to mimic what our brains do, but in a more powerful and comprehensive way. Now, what is generative AI? Imagine a world where machines can write stories, create art, compose music, or even design new products. That is the essence of generative AI, a branch of artificial intelligence focused on generating new content. Unlike traditional AI, which analyzes data to make predictions or decisions, generative AI goes a step further. It uses patterns and principles from existing data to generate something entirely new. It is the technology behind tools like text to image generation, chatbot, and even personalized music recommendations. In this session, we will explore how generative AI works and the fascinating techniques behind it. Generative AI is a subset of artificial intelligence that focuses on creating new data that mirrors the pattern of existing data. It learns from large datasets and uses this understanding to produce entirely new outputs that resemble the original data. For example, in the domain of natural language processing, generative AI can craft realistic text such as articles, stories, or even chatbots conversations. In case of computer vision, it enables the generation of stunning images or even photorealistic faces of people who don't exist. Moving into audio, generative AI can compose music that mimics various styles or even synthesize human-like voices. Its applications extend even further into videos, where it can generate animations or deepfake clips, and into 3D modeling, creating lifelike models for gaming, virtual reality, or architecture. A deepfake clip is a video or audio file created using advanced artificial intelligence techniques. These clips manipulate or synthesize content to make it appear as if someone said or did something they never actually did. Deepfakes often use generative adversarial network, that is GANs, to create realistic images, videos, or voices, blending existing data with artificial elements. While they have creative and educational uses, deepfakes also raise concern about misinformation, privacy risks, and ethical misuse. As we delve deeper, you will discover the principles and techniques behind these transformative techniques and how it impacts diverse fields. Now, why is generative AI important? Generative AI stands at the forefront of technological innovation. It plays a pivotal role in enhancing creativity and driving automation. Imagine a tool that can compose an original symphony, create visually stunning art, or even write compelling stories. Generative AI does all this by leveraging advanced algorithms to mimic and expand upon human creativity. This technology is transforming industries in profound ways. In entertainment, for example, AI generated content is streamlining production processes from designing realistic characters and immersive environments to composing soundtracks that resonate emotionally. In education, generative AI personalizes learning experiences. It helps students to grasp concepts through tailored content, be it dynamic text, engaging videos, or even interactive simulations. Beyond this, generative AI is shaping the future with powerful tools. It creates visual worlds that look like reality. In healthcare, it powers realistic simulations for training complex surgeries. In automotive design, it helps craft innovative car prototypes. Its importance also lies in the potential for democratizing creativity. Artists and even designers can now use generative tools to bring their ideas to life even without formal training. This opens up opportunities for individuals to engage in creative processes that were once limited to professionals. Generative AI is more than just a technological advancement. It's a catalyst for new possibilities, enabling humanity to reimagine the boundaries of creativity and innovation. Let us now explore how this technology achieves such remarkable feats. Now let us delve into the core principles that power generative AI. These principles enable systems to create new, meaningful content that often feels indistinguishable from human made creations. The first principle is learning from data. Generative AI models analyze patterns and structures within large datasets during their training process. For instance, when training a model to generate images, it learns the intricate details like colors, shapes, and textures present in the training data. In this context, training a model refers to the process of teaching an AI system to recognize and learn patterns from a given dataset. For image generation, this involves providing data, learning patterns, adjusting weights, and iterative improvement. Now, for providing data, the model is fed a large dataset of images. In learning patterns, the model analyzes the dataset to understand details like colors, shapes, textures, and how these patterns element combine to form realistic images. For adjustment of weights, using algorithms like neural networks, the model adjusts internal parameters like weights and biases to better mimic the patterns in the data. Iterative improvements is the process repeated multiple times to refine the model's ability to generate images that look like they belong to the same distribution as the training data. Similarly, for text generation, it identifies grammatical structures, word relationship, and semantic meanings. This ability to extract and internalize patterns is the basis for generating realistic content. The second principle is probabilistic modeling. Generative AI does not just memorize the data, it predicts the likelihood of specific data sequences. This involves assigning probabilities to different outcomes. For example, in text generation, it determines the most likely next word based on the preceding words. This probabilistic approach enables the system to generate varied outputs that remain contextually relevant. The third principle is optimization. This is the process of refining the model's performance over time. Through iterative learning, the model adjusts its parameters to minimize errors and enhance the quality of generated content. For instance, during training, a generative model, like a generative adversarial network, in short GAN, improves its ability to create images by reducing discrepancies between generated images and the real ones as evaluated by a discriminator. Together, these principles, that is, learning from data, probabilistic modeling, and optimization, form the backbone of generative AI system. They allow these models to adapt, predict, and improve, making them increasingly powerful tools in a wide range of applications. Now, let us discuss the techniques in generative AI. Generative AI harnesses the power of several cutting edge techniques to create new and realistic content. One such technique is Generative Adversarial Network or GANs, which involves two networks, a generator and a discriminator, working in competition. The generator creates data while the discriminator evaluates its authenticity, pushing the system to generate increasingly realistic outputs like images and videos. Next, we have variational autoencoders, that is, VAEs, which take a probabilistic approach. They learn to encode data into a latent space and then decode it back, enabling both reconstruction and the generation of entirely new data. Finally, transformer, an advanced class of models, are revolutionizing the generation of sequential data. They excel in tasks like natural language generation, producing coherent and contextually appropriate text, and are also being adapted for other sequential data applications. Each of these techniques contributes uniquely to the capabilities of generative AI, opening doors to creative and innovative applications. Now let us talk about the key models in generative AI. Generative AI has brought about groundbreaking advancement in creating content across different mediums. Let us explore three key models that highlight its capabilities. First is GPT or Generative Pre-trained Transformer. It is renowned for its ability to produce human-like text. It can draft essays, answer questions, and even hold engaging conversations. Next, we have Dolly, an innovative model designed for image synthesis. It takes text prompt and transforms them into vivid, unique images. Finally, there is Jukebox, which specializes in music generation. Jukebox can compose songs in various styles, complete with vocals, showcasing how AI can create expressive audio content. Together, these models demonstrate the immense potential and versatility of generative AI in transforming the way we produce and interact with digital content. In the domain of text generation, generative AI is revolutionizing how we interact with technology and create content. This field encompasses a wide range of applications, from powering chatbots that provide instant and intelligent customer support to automate content writing, helping create articles, blogs, and other textual materials efficiently. Additionally, it extends to generating code, offering programmer tools that can accelerate software development by producing syntactically correct and contextually accurate code snippets. At the heart of these applications are advanced models like GPT-3 and ChatGPT. These models are trained on vast datasets, enabling them to understand and replicate human-like text patterns. For instance, GPT-3 has been widely used to create coherent and contextually appropriate text, whether it is an article snippet, an email draft, or even a piece of creative writing. This highlights the immense potential of generative AI in transforming the way we create and communicate text. Next, generative AI have applications in image generations. Generative AI has revolutionized the field of image creation, offering limitless possibilities. It enables artists and designers to craft stunning artwork, streamline designs, prototype, and develop immersive environments for virtual reality experience. Tools like Dolly and StyleGen serve as groundbreaking models in this space, pushing the boundaries of what machines can create. For instance, AI generated artwork demonstrates how raw input can be transformed into breathtaking visual designs. Generative AI is revolutionizing the music industry by offering the ability to create original compositions, generate unique soundtracks, and deliver personalized audio experiences tailored to individual preferences. Now, let us talk about the challenges and ethical concerns. While generative AI opens up incredible possibilities, it also brings along significant challenges that we must address. One major issue is bias in training data. Since AI learns from existing datasets, any biases present in the data can be amplified, leading to unintended consequences in the output. For instance, this might manifest as stereotypes or unfair representation in generated content. Another pressing concern is the misuse of generative AI technologies, especially for creating deepfakes. These are hyperrealistic fake media that can manipulate videos, images, or audio to mislead or deceive people. Such tools can be weaponized for spreading misinformation, influencing public opinion, or even causing reputational harm. Finally, there are ethical dilemmas tied to AI generated content. Questions arise about ownership, authenticity, and the potential for creating content that mimic human creativity without attribution or accountability. As we continue to develop these technologies, addressing these challenges responsibly is crucial to harnessing their full potential without undermining trust and societal values. Generative AI is set to revolutionize our world in the ways we are just beginning to imagine. One of the most exciting advancements lies in multimodal generation, where AI systems seamlessly integrate text, images, audio, and even videos to create richer, more immersive experiences. As this technology evolves, ethical frameworks will play a pivotal role in ensuring responsibilities and fair use, addressing concerns such as bias, transparency, and accountability. This improves guidelines will safeguard the development and application of generative AI for the benefits of all. The applications of generative AI are also expanding rapidly. In education, promises personalized learning tools and creative teaching aids. In healthcare, it opens doors to innovative diagnostic tools and patient care solutions. And in entertainment, it continues to redefine storytelling, gaming, and content creation. The possibilities are endless as generative AI moves us towards a future where creativity and technology blend like never before. Let us summarize what we have learned about generative AI. This innovative field empowers us to create fresh, original content across diverse domains such as text, images, music, and more. At its core, generative AI is built on advanced principles like probabilistic modeling and optimization, which drive its remarkable ability to generate meaningful and creative outputs. The applications we have explored showcase its potential to revolutionize industries from automating content creation to enabling personalized user experiences. As you have seen, generative AI is not just a tool, but a transformative force, redefining how we interact with technology and shape our digital future. Now, let us take a moment to assess your understanding with a couple of quick multiple choice questions. These will help you review and reinforce what we have covered in this tutorial. Now, MCQ for self assessment. Here is the first question. Take a moment to think about your answer. Number one question. What is generative AI primarily focused on? Option A, predicting data trends. Option B, classifying data. Option C, generating new content. Option D, optimizing algorithms. The correct answer is option C, generating new content. Here is the next question. Which technique is not commonly used in generative AI? Option A, generative adversarial network. Option B, variational autoencoders. Option C, transformers. Option D, decision trees. The correct answer is option D, decision trees. Here is the next question. What is a primary concern with generative AI technologies like deepfakes? Option A, enhancing creativity. Option B, amplifying data biases. Option C, synthesizing new data. Option D, generating 3D models. The correct answer is option B, that is amplifying data biases. Next question. In which domain does generative AI not have a major application? Option A, text generation. Option B, image synthesis. Option C, data encryption. Option D, music composition. The correct answer is option C, data encryption. Next question. Which AI model generates images from text prompts? Option A, GPT. Option B, Jukebox. Option C, Dolly. Option D, StyleGen. The correct answer is option C, Dolly. Here is the next question. What type of data does generative AI learn from? Option A, real-time sensor data. Option B, large datasets of existing content. Option C, manual user inputs. Option D, encrypted files. The correct answer is option B, large datasets of existing content. Thank you for joining this lecture on generative AI. Thank you.